Good morning, Vietnam. I'm joking. Welcome back to Little Shop of Nerds. Now, what's today's hint, Jules?
So today's hint is insert quarter.
Yes, today we are going to talk about video games. Now, we're going to give our top 10 video games. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to say five. She's going to say five.
Yeah, so basically it's top 10 video games that we've enjoyed, but it's five of his and five of mine. With two honorable mentions between the two of us, or he has two honorable mentions, I have two honorable mentions, and then we have an honorable mention from both of us
Yes.
that we have played that we like.
Alrighty. Alright, I'll start off. Number 5, Black Myth Wukong. Now, this game came out, last year or so, and it's a good game. If you are not if you're not unsure about the Chinese myth of Wukong or Sun Wukong, it's the Monkey King. It's pretty
I
much
thought it was Goku, Son Goku.
Sun Goku is based on Wukong, pretty much.
But his name is Son Goku, though.
Well, in Chinese mythology, it's Wukong.
Okay.
Either way, it pretty much like that. It's your Wukong. You have a staff. You're fighting through everything in Chinese mythology. You're fighting demons, spirits. You're collecting spirits. You can collect some spirits, and you can use them for a sect to help you with your fights. Now, if you're going to play this game, I'm going to warn you, it is really hard. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's going to take grinding and grinding to get it all. Like, I got stuck on a level. Now, it's called Yellow Bow. He has electrical powers. You're in this, little miniature. I had to leave this level a little bit and do some leveling up somehow. You can unlock a Zodiac Village, which you'll find some of these spirit animals around. Because there's a monkey that helps level up your gourd, a fox that helps you make medicine pills, a dragon that helps you with your your garden, and the tiger helps you with your fighting or whatever. Now, here's the thing. I had to find a spell called Groundbreaker. That's how I beat Yellow Bow, and it took me only a few minutes, and I'm like, it only took me that long, and I had to unlock this, which is one of those games I had to do this just to do this. I'm such an idiot. Now, I had to stop for a while because, I had other games that I wanted to play, but I might get back to it. Also, if you're watching this, how did you get back? I'm trying to get this Weaver Needle. How the hell did you get past the Scorpion? The guy keeps killing me. But either way, Black Myth Wukong, I give it a 5 out of 10. Go and play it.
Okay, so my number 5 is Rune Factory 4. This is, when it came out, Marvelous Entertainment and Natsumi were still in a thing. And so it was called Rune Factory 4, A Fantasy Harvest Moon. So basically, it's everything that a Harvest Moon game is. You can farm, you can raise animals, you can get married, you can have children. Except for the fact that you can go out and kill monsters. You don't go to a store to buy your woolies, which woolies are the sheep, you can go out and collect different monsters to bring them to your farm, and they will drop items for you. So you can get a cow, which is not called a cow in the game. It's called something else. And there's the woolies, which are the sheep. There is a end game boss that you fight and you have to defeat. And I personally, and I try to do this, and I will mention this later when I get up to my other ones, but I like to date every single marriageable candidate that I possibly can. If I can date them all at the same time, I will. I've done that in my time at Sandrock. I've done it in Rune Factory 4. I have done it in Stardew Valley. I have done it in any of the other games that I can date everybody. And I just have fun doing it. So, this game came out originally for the 3DS, and then it was released here a few years ago. I want to say around 2020 it was released again for the Switch. So if you have a Switch, and if this sounds interesting to you, go pick it up. You can play as a male or female character, and it's just a really cute game because you start off with Amnesia, and so Doug, which is he is a dwarf in the game. He is voiced by Yuri Lowenthal. So those of you who've watched Naruto in English, he does the voice for Sasuke. So all I can hear when I play is Sasuke. And then Vic Mignogna is also in there as Vishnu. He has since fallen to grace. I'm not even going to get into that. But he does do the voice for Vishnu, unless they completely redid his lines for a Rune Factory 4 special. But, yeah, go check it out.
All right. Number 4 for me is the Uncharted series. Yes, if you have not if you never heard of the Uncharted series, it's pretty much like Tomb Raider mixed with Indiana Jones. It's a treasure hunting game with a guy named Nathan Drake. Pretty much he's a treasure hunter. He goes along fighting pretty much everything that everyone who's trying to get your treasure. Now, if you want to know, my favorite one is the last one called Thieves End. It's pretty much you're hunting pirate treasure. It's really good. And he does have a guy named Sully. He's the old wisecracker and pilot. And they did make a movie. I would not recommend it because they got like Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg in it. And I'm like, okay, I get if it's like a young Nathan Drake, but in the games, Nathan Drake was treasure hunting when he was a kid, not in his 20s.
So is the game's first person shooter or third person?
There is some shooting, but it's not first person.
Okay, so the game's not from first person view.
No.
Okay, because I've thought about playing the games.
And like also, this is one thing they did wrong in the movie. Nathan Drake met Sully as a kid. In the movie, they met when he's like a bartender in his 20s, and I'm like, okay, no. But besides that, I recommend the games because if I was you, try to find the collection, like the Uncharted collection, play from 1 through 4, because I started with 4. I didn't know about Uncharted until they made the collection for the PS4. I played it. I loved it. The first one's about finding El Dorado. Turns out it was a statue making mutant freaks. The other one was the Gem of Shambhala, if I'm pronouncing that right. But it was a tree with sap that made you indestructible. And it was really exploding. Number 3 was...
It's my turn.
No, I'm talking about the third game.
Oh.
The Uncharted 3 is about finding Atlantis and the water that made you go nuts. And we learn a little more about Sully's past. And number 4 is the Fen. Alright, what's yours?
So number 4 for me is Dragon Age Origins. So this is the very first Dragon Age game that came out. And I originally played it on the Xbox 360. It was either the Xbox or the Xbox 360. But I also played it for the PS3. And I've also played it on PC. So, this game is where it all starts. So, you get to choose your character, male or female. You make your character. You get recruited to join the Grey Wardens. You and Alistair are the only 2 Grey Wardens that are left. You have to try to recruit people to join your cause so you can fight against the archdemon. Now, in this one, you can form relationships, but depending on your gender, you only get certain people. So, if you play as male, you can get Morrigan or Zevran or Liliana. You can get those three. Zevran is a male elf, so you can go gay in this game if you want to. And if you're female, you get Zevran, Liliana, who is a female, so you can go lesbian in this game, and Alistair. I choose Alistair every single time because I love that boy to death. I will die for that man. And my very first playthrough, I accidentally broke up with him. And I couldn't get him to go back out with me. So then at the end of the game, there are a few choices that you can choose. You can either sacrifice yourself, you can convince Alistair to sleep with Morrigan so she can get pregnant, so then the archdemon will go inside her baby. Or you can or Alistair will sacrifice himself. So I was trying to sacrifice myself because I broke that man's heart, and instead he sacrificed himself, which broke my heart. So now every time I just choose to have him sleep with Morrigan, even if we are in a relationship. That man holds my heart. I love him to death. It could do with some reworking, like a remaster of this game would be amazing, because it's kind of wonky, like the fighting system is, but it's also it's a great game. Veilguard does not live up to this game at all. Like, Veilguard, I played it and it was okay, but it definitely did not feel like a Dragon Age game. Origins is where it's at, because that's how it starts. There is Origins, and there's Dragon Age 2, which I have not really played, and then there is Dragon Age Inquisition, which I also have not really played, but I do own it. And then I have beaten Veilguard. But yeah, definitely Origins is definitely my number 4 pick.
Yep. All right, number 3 is Assassin's Creed.
I like this series too.
Now, if you've been living on a rock, if you don't know what Assassin's Creed is, I'll just give you a glimpse. It's pretty much about two organizations, the Assassins and the Templar Knights, and they're trying to hunt precursor items that the Templars want to control humanity. And the Assassins are pretty much trying to stop them, and you are an assassin trying to kill the Templar Knights. Now, it started from Assassin's Creed's been done so long, this 3 many years. Now, the last Assassin's Creed game was Shadows. Everyone dogged on this game. Maybe the glitches and stuff I can get, but I love the storyline. I love the art.
I mean, I thought Shadows was pretty good too.
I thought the artistic style was great. I get some stuff like the
architecture
was mostly from China. You can tell it was a little Chinese, but other stuff is great. Hell, I like how the one thing I kind of liked and kind of hate was they took away the wanton system, because throughout the whole games you're going, like, if you kill so many people, your incognito will go up, meaning they're going to put wanted posters up, so you have to tear down the wanted posters, bribe a shouter, or kill the witness. They kind of take that away. I'm like, okay, that's a little easy, but they still have it. But except if you're in, like, say, in Shadows, you have to, if you're doing a mission and you gotta be hidden and you get caught and the bell rings, you're wanted in that area until that wanted is gone. Don't know when, because there's no posters to take down. But besides that, if you want to know my Assassin's Creed games I like, it's, drum roll, Assassin's Creed 3. Now, if you're yes, I love the NCO collection, but I want to do like a video on that or a short in the future. But I'm always going to love. But I started off with Assassin's Creed 3, which is about takes place in the Revolution War. You're a Native American, assassin. Number 2 is Syndicate. I like it. Yeah, Jacob Fry was annoying, but it wasn't that bad. But my all-time favorite was Assassin's Creed Black Flag. That's always going to be my favorite, and that's how Skull and Bones should have been. More Buccaneer, not fucking naval battles, motherfuckers. I don't know why they couldn't get that right. Fuck you, Ubisoft. Do better. I paid $74 and I was bored through that whole fucking game. Still mad at that. Besides that, yes, I would get Assassin's Creed try play the older games, but I would recommend Assassin's Creed Shadows. I strongly recommend it. Jules, number 3 for you.
Okay, so number 3 for me is, I do believe, Story of Seasons. So this is basically the game that is called Bokugo Monogatari or something like that in Japanese. Bokujo no Monogatari in Japanese. So this is the original Japanese games that came from Japan. So Natsumi used to be part of Marvelous, and Natsumi was localizing the Harvest Moon games. So when they were brought over, they were called Harvest Moon. Well, when Marvelous and Natsumi split up, and Natsumi kept producing Harvest Moon because that is their IP. They had to come up with a new game for these games, or a new name for the games that were coming from Japan. So Xseed came up with Story of Seasons. So we have now had Story of Seasons Trio of Town, Story of Seasons Friends of Mineral Town, which actually used to be a Harvest Moon game. Story of Seasons It's a Wonderful Life, which also used to be a Harvest Moon game, and was my first Harvest Moon game. And there is Story of Seasons Pioneers of Olive Town, I do believe, which was the latest one. That one wasn't very good. I didn't really like it. I do want to go back and finish it, though. But my favorite Story of Seasons game is Trio of Towns, followed by Story of Seasons, because basically it's just like what every Harvest Moon game is. You have a farm, you raise animals, you raise crops, you can get married and have a family. And in A Wonderful Life, you do have to get married, because you can't progress past the first year unless you're married. So what they have done was they used to have A Wonderful Life, and then It's Another Wonderful Life. And It's Another Wonderful Life was for females. It's Another Wonderful Life was for females, and A Wonderful Life was for males. Well, when they came out with the Story of Seasons one, they combined it so you could play as male or female. I will actually probably do a short later about my favorite Harvest Moon and Story of Seasons games, just because there are so many. But Story of Seasons is definitely my number 3 spot. I absolutely adore it. I am currently replaying Trio of Towns on my DS. Mike?
Alright. Number 2 is the Spider-Man games. Yes, there are only 2, but I'm going to give you the gist. Spider-Man 2018 was the greatest game. Pretty much you're playing Peter Parker, you're fighting Doc Ock at the end. It was great. So great, it got a sequel, Spider-Man 2. Now, Spider-Man 2 bumped up the playable. It gave you the web gliders, like in the comics, in the old comic books. It gave you can switch out from Peter Parker to Miles Morales. You get the symbiote. You get everything that the first, pretty much, Spider-Man 2 was an upgrade. So in my opinion, play them both. I'm ready for the third one, hoping the third one will be I heard it might be the end of the game, and I heard maybe the rumor, hopefully they bring the Green Goblin in. I would love that. make that happen, guys. Number 2.
So number 2 for me, and we have talked about this before, is Stardew Valley. Stardew Valley is just like every other farming sim game. I really love sim games, life sim games, so like The Sims, Harvest Moon, that type of thing. I really like those games. And but Stardew Valley has fighting and stuff like that in it too. You can co-op with your friends, which I am actually doing a co-op with somebody that that Mike and I work with. We've done 2 sessions so far, and we plan on doing more. I plan on doing more with some of my friends that play it. But I I date every single person in this game at the same time. And remember, if you do that, make sure you have a lucky rabbit's foot, because they will get pissed at you if they catch you dating everybody.
Yeah.
And then they'll give you like a cold shoulder for a week, and then they're cool with it. So,
We get to our honorable mention?
not yet. I'm not done with Stardew Valley yet. I marry Sebastian every single time, but lately I have downloaded a mod called the Polyamory mod, and I added Gojo and Nanami from JJK into my game, and I am going to marry Gojo, Nanami, Sam, Sebastian, maybe Elliot, maybe Alex. I don't know about Harvey. Harvey seems a little too old for me. But, yeah. That's what I plan on doing lately. So,
Alright.
now our honorable mentions, Mike.
Alright, my 2 honorable mentions are... The first one is, of course, Kingdom Hearts. If you're a big fan of anime, RPG, and Disney before it got remade, Disney 2.0 if you want to be more precise, I would recommend playing the Kingdom Hearts. It's fun, it's great.
I've started playing Kingdom Hearts, and I'm on the 3rd world.
Alright.
It's pretty good.
And the other one I'm going to mention is the Lego games. It could be anyone. It could be. I always loved the Star Wars Legos, but pretty much it's just a video game. It's
Harry Potter Lego for me.
Pretty much, it's just Legos with a theme, and you're building stuff.
It's a very silly game.
It's just a silly game to pass the time. Your 2?
So, I was originally going to have The Sims as one of my honorable mentions, but I'm going to change it. So, my honorable mentions are Baldur's Gate 3. I do need to get back into it, because Gale holds my heart. That man, I will fall to my knees for that man. And then my second one is My Time at series. So this includes My Time at Portia and My Time at Sandrock. The Kickstarter for My Time at Evershine just ended here, I think earlier, either this year or it ended sometime last year. They hit their stretch goal and then more. So they did really well with this. So I am really excited to see this come out. I did back it. They did get my support. And I am waiting to see how this game, turns out. I am waiting for the PS5 version of the game, though. Just because I prefer to play, on my PS5. I will play on my PC. But I do prefer to play on consoles.
Yep.
And then our honorable mention that we have with us too is Hogwarts Legacy.
Now, here's the thing. You ask why we put it in the honorable mention is because we both love the game. Even if we both put it at 1, it wouldn't make sense. So we decided to make it as an honorable mention. This game is pretty much the Harry Potter universe. You create your own character. You're roaming Hogsmeade, the castle, everything.
Yeah, and Sebastian did nothing wrong.
You're not going to let that go. You really are going
to... Okay, maybe he shouldn't have killed his uncle, but still.
You're just mad because you want to have a relationship in the game.
They promised us a relationship, with a love relationship, and they didn't give it to us, and I wanted to date Sebastian as a Gryffindor. Because, come on, forbidden love right there between a Gryffindor and a Slytherin. But again, this is probably before like the Slytherin and the Gryffindor rivalry really took off. But still,
we're ready for the second one coming out.
Yes, and I heard that this was going to be set during Voldemort's time at Hogwarts.
Nice, and also put Quidditch in it. Come on, we wanted Quidditch in the game.
Yeah. So, Mike, what's your number one pick?
Now, it's going to be obvious with me. It's going to be the Batman Arkham game.
Excuse me.
So are you. It's the Batman Arkham games. It's got puzzles, trivia, you do detective work. It's really amazing. And also the two iconic voices in the game was Mark Hamill as the Joker. He voices him in the original cartoon, and he voices him in the video game. And Kevin Conroy. And before you say yes, he did voice him in the Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League. That's the last time you're going to hear him. But if you want full-on actual Batman dialogue, you've got to play the Arkham games. Because that's when you're going to get more Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill being themselves with each other. And also Arkham Knight, that's going to be Mark Hamill's last Batman game he's ever going to do, because he even mentioned he was never going to do another Batman thing without Kevin Conroy. Since Kevin Conroy passed away, I understand why. I recommend playing it. It's because first game you're trying to take down Joker. The second one, you're Joker again, but in the last one, you're taking down Scarecrow, which I thought was a good twist. So I recommend it. Start from Asylum to Night. Recommend. 10 out of 10.
Okay. Mine is the Tales of series. So we are talking about, when I talk about the Tales of series, I am talking about Tales of Symphonia, Tales of the Abyss, Tales of Vesperia. So I have played Tales of Symphonia, Tales of the Abyss, Tales of Zestiria, Tales of Berseria, Tales of Graces F, Tales of Arise, Tales of Exalia, Tales of Exalia 2, and Tales of Symphonia 2, Dawn of the New World. I feel like I probably left out one of those games. I don't know if I mentioned Tales of the Abyss, but there's that one too. But my all-time favorite is Tales of Symphonia, because that was my very first Tales of game. That was the game that got me into JRPGs. My very first game that got me into RPGs was Fable, but that's not mentioned on here. But my very first game that got me into JRPGs was Tales of Symphonia. All I could hear, though, every time Lloyd talked was Robin from Teen Titans, because they share a voice actor. Yuri Lowenthal, which I mentioned him earlier, voice for Sasuke from Naruto, and Doug from Rune Factory 4, also does the voice for Ash and Luke in Tales of the Abyss. So there are a couple scenes where he's just yelling at himself. But this series is just, it makes you think about things that you wouldn't think about before. And it's really, I'm hoping they are supposed to be announcing a remaster or a remake later on this year. I've also played Tales of Fantasia, I forgot about that. But they are going to be announcing a remaster or a remake here pretty soon, sometime this summer, and there is a lot of speculation that it's probably going to be Tales of the Abyss. Tales of the Abyss came out for the PS2, then it came out for the 3DS, and now possibly coming out for other consoles. Tales of Arise was actually the first Tales of game to come to other consoles that was not PlayStation. Because every other Tales of game has come out for PlayStation. Except for Tales of the Arise. Tales of Arise came out for Xbox, PlayStation, all that. Mike has played some of Tales of Arise. I have played it and beaten it. But like I said, Tales of Symphonia is the only Tales of game that I have played over 60 times.
Sweet.
So that game is special to me. And that's it for my list.
Now, if you got any games you like to play, mention in the comments below. What's the next week's hint?
So next week's hint, and this is probably going to make it quite obvious, is frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
Yes, and this is going to be an old one.
Yes, a very old one, and I like one of the actors that's in it. So,
Alright, like and subscribe. We're up to 71. We need more, guys. We need a lot more views. We need to get the hell out of our work.
yeah, we're hoping to hit 100 by the end of the year. So maybe you guys can help us out to get to 100. So, like, subscribe, show us all your friends, and we will see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.